Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to teach you how to check if a minting contract is open source and whether the permissions for the minting contract have been renounced. So, first, let's open the Block Explorer. This is the Ark minting contract. First, we need to look at a transaction record of the minting contract. There are a total of 15 transaction records. So what do we need to look at? Mainly, we need to look at the addresses involved in each call record, including any changes to their permissions. Then let's first look at the visible addresses on the surface. There are a total of 2 addresses. One is the Ark deployer, ending in 3386. The other is the address ending in 1D82. What do these 2 addresses represent? They indicate that these 2 addresses once had or at some point had a permission for this minting contract, an administrator permission. Let's note down these 2 addresses. It's these 2 addresses, one ending in 3386, one ending in 1D82. These are the 2 addresses we can see. So, what's next? There might be more than just 2 addresses in these 15 call records. We need to check the hash value of each and every call record. We need to go in and look at all its call records to see if any other addresses are involved. And here, an address is involved. Let's look at the path again. Go and look at the path again. Open the hash value. Then click to open it here. You can see the involved addresses here. These are the involved addresses. 3386 is available, and there's also a 7E08. Let's also copy 7E08 and make a note of this address. I have it recorded here. Let's see if there are any other addresses. If the other call records involve any other addresses, any new addresses. Likewise, enter here. And then, we have another D616, this address that ends with D616. We know this address is the RBS market making module. We need to click into each and every one of these hash values to examine the call situation of its address. I've already looked through all 15 addresses. In fact, only these 4 addresses are involved in total. This means these 4 addresses once held certain permissions. So, our main task is to verify what permissions these 4 addresses still have and whether they still have any permissions at all. How do we check this? We need to look at the back end of the contract. This is a minting contract. Firstly, the minting contract is open source. There is a green check mark here. You can see the contract here, a code of the minting contract, all can be seen. Now let's look at the permissions for those addresses we just found. Let's open this. First, let me explain what these mean. This first one represents the admin permission. Admin permission, this is the hash value for the admin permission. The second representative is the super administrator privilege of the minting contract, possessing the highest authority. The third one is the minting role. Minting role. Fourth, this is to inquire who manages a certain role. It is about tracing the contract role and the control of the role. The fifth one, verify role permissions. Verify whether the role and a certain address have a specific permission. The sixth one is the pause contract permission. It's currently in a false state, which means the contract is running. The seventh is a record of the contract version. This isn't very significant. So, we mainly focus on the first three roles. Admin, super admin, and the minter role. So how do we do this? We take all the addresses we just found in the call records and verify them one by one to see if they hold any permissions. Let's first verify the first one, the address ending in 1D82. We are verifying the fifth one here, checking whether a certain address has a certain role, a certain permission. First, let's verify if this address ending in 1D82 has admin permission. It shows false here, which means the address ending in 1D82 currently does not have admin permission. This means it's safe. It cannot be changed. Now let's check if it has super admin permission. Same process. The return value is also false. We are mainly looking for this return value to be false. False. Also does not have super administrator privileges. Let's check if it has minting privileges. We input the role hash for the minter permission. The return value is also false, same as before. This address ending in 1D82 has none of the permissions for these three roles. Then we verify the second one, 3386. This address is a deployment address of the minting contract, the original deployment address. So, let's verify one by one if it has the permissions. Let's first verify if it has minting permissions. After entering, then click Verify. Displays false. It means there is no minting permission. Does it have super admin permission? Also false. It does not have super admin permission. Does it have regular admin permission? Also false. It doesn't have regular admin permission either. All are false. This means that the first two addresses, which once had admin permissions, now have no permissions. They have no permissions at all. A state of no permissions. A state of no permissions. Now let's look at the third address. For the address ending in 7E08, let's check if it has admin rights. The return value is also false. It does not have admin permission. What about super admin permission? Does it have super admin permission? The return value is false. It does not have super admin permission. Last one, minting authority. Okay, the return here is true. Why does it return true? The address ending in 7E08 is the contract for executing the PL and minting instructions. When the purchase of bonds occurs, that is when the purchase of bonds takes place, PL will execute the LP assembly and apply for minting to the EM address. After EM approves, it will notify the token contract to mint, notify him to mint. 7E08. It possesses this capability, pause 2000. So, it has minting authority, which is normal and logical. Let's look at the last address. D616. Let's first see if it has admin permission. False. It does not have admin permission. Does it have super admin permission? Return value is false. It does not have super admin permission. Does it have coin minting permissions? It's true here. Why does it have minting permissions? D616 is the official public market value module management. Market value module return address. Let's take a look. What functions does this market value module have? When there is a need to stabilize the market value, an application for minting is made to EM. After EM approves the minting contract is then notified to proceed with minting. Notify the minting contract to proceed with minting. This is a process of RBS. Then what we are looking at is the minting contract. Based on the above description, let's summarize this session of contract teaching. After expanding and analyzing all the core records, 4 addresses appeared. The first 2 addresses, upon our inquiry, have no permissions, and the latter 2 addresses only have minting permissions, which is consistent with the official report. So what is the current situation with EM's minting contract? All permissions have been relinquished and no changes can be made to any administrators or minting logic. No further changes can be made. Currently, only the EM minting module can send instructions to allow the minting contract to mint.